Hi, I'm Chris and this is 40 Plus Man, and on this week's video I'm going to be taking a look at my everyday carry, or EDC. Most of the stuff you're going to see here is very affordable and I use on a regular basis. There are a couple of pieces that are a little bit more expensive that I have built up and saved up for over a number of years. So I hope you enjoy and let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing is I generally try not to carry too much in my pockets. So I do quite often bring a bag, but I don't have enough stuff to carry a rucksack or anything like that. So I go for what is traditionally, I suppose, called a man bag. And at the moment I am carrying this, and it was very, very cheap. It's a canvas wax bag. It was just off of AliExpress and it seals with a magnet. Everything that I show you I will link below. None of them are sponsored, and it really is just to give you a pointer as where to go. It's got no padding or anything like that to it. It really is just if I'm popping into town, I can throw stuff in here just so that my pockets aren't loaded down. So now we're going to have a look at the watch. Now recently I just upgraded, well, downgraded really, because I was carrying a G-Shock and I've switched over to a Casio diver's watch. They're very basic diver's watch. It was only £40 and it has a rotating bezel on it. It's waterproof to 100 meters. It comes with a rubber strap, but I paid another sort of £12 at the local shop and just got a nice leather strap to put on it. I love my G-Shock. I still got it. I do still wear it if I'm going to the gym or surfing or something like that. However, I just really like this one and I wanted a diver's watch. It's got a date on it. It keeps very good time. Like I said, it's an affordable item, but it looks much more expensive than it actually is, and people do comment on it. I know that maybe watch people might not comment on it, but it is a good, solid, decent watch and I really enjoy wearing it. So the next piece is actually something that I've had for a number of years, and there's a story behind this. I saved up for this with my first paycheck. The shop was a jewellery shop in London where I work. It's called Crazy Pig. They make a lot of jewellery for films, celebrities and rock star, and I walked past this and I said to myself, one day when I can afford it, I am going to buy this. I'll put the link below. I'm not even going to say how much this was, but it was a treat to myself. I was an apprentice hairdresser. I apprenticed for 4 years, and when I got my first paycheck, it was like, let's buy something that, you know, I'm going to keep. And I've had this now for over 20 years. It's all silver. I actually had a couple of links taken out of this very recently. There's a nice little clasp on it. Anyone that's ever seen the film with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, Romeo and Juliet, one of the guys in that wears something very, very similar. And when I saw this in the window, I was like, that's it. That's what I have to get. So I did. I treated myself. Suppose next up I should go for my wallet. I used to keep a couple of cards in the back of a pouch on my phone, but I've changed over recently and I've gone for this. It's a very minimal style brown leather wallet. It holds sort of 3 to 4 cards in it. By Harbour of London. Obviously I'm based in the UK, and it wasn't extortionate. You can get 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and then there's a middle pouch where again it's got a bit of felt in there. It's very nicely made, the quality, and it also does miraculously match the watch strap quite well. That was just coincidence and then that happened. I haven't had it that long, so it hasn't sort of worn in and broken in. Again, I'll put the link below for this. It's a nice little wallet. It either throws in the bag, or if I am just going out, it can slip in the front pocket and you really sort of don't notice it there. I've got everything in it that I need. So I always carry a lighter with me. Zippos, you know, you can't go wrong with a Zippo. This actually is a Zippo insert within it because I've got lots of Zippos. This was like £3 or £4. It's waterproof, and just for sort of carrying about for sort of everyday knocks and bangs. Again, just having a lighter on me. You may have noticed I do smoke cigars. I've got my whiskey and I've got a nice cigar lined up for when I finish shooting this. This is just a short stubby. I'm sure it's got a better name than this, but this is a Skull 77. I've had a couple of these. I like the size of them. When you're out and about, you don't want to be sat in a cigar for sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours. This is sort of a 30-minute to 40-minute smoke, so it's a nice little smoke. Very nice flavour to it. Again, if you're in the States watching this, you can get these in the States, no problem. If you're in the UK, again, I will link below. If you're a cigar person, if you're a cigar and a whiskey person as well, you might want to check out Jeremy Sears. Again, I'll link his channel below. He does a lot of sort of cigars and whiskey reviews, and he's just a cool guy. He does sort of a lot of stuff as well, little bits on knives and EDC. So yeah, worth checking him out. I love watching his videos, gone through the whole sort of lot. He doesn't put out as many as I'd like to see, but there's plenty there to get you going. Keys, in my last EDC video, I was sporting a key bar, and it was just an aluminium silver one. It was a little bit big because I don't carry a lot of keys. I had my house key, which I won't show, and I've got a little pair of tweezers. I keep meaning to get a little pry bar. It's on my list of things to get, because having a little sort of scraper and pry bar is really handy. McCarter on one side and a brass on the other, and you can see as well I've just got the little brass magnet, so if I do take the car, which is not very often, I can just chuck my car key on there as well. And the thing is, it just keeps it all out of the way, stops it scratching stuff up, and I like the sort of the accessories that you can get with them. And like I said, this is the Mini, and for me, you know, 1-2 keys, this is actually, I think, the sort of the perfect size. Really, I don't think I need anything more. It's just going to bulk up my pockets, really. I was just carrying a very small torch the last time. Upgrade to the O-Light. I think, you know, you talk about lights, everybody sort of knows O-Light, and I've never owned an O-Light, so I was like, okay, I got the Baton too. It's got a magnetic bottom on there, so it will actually stick to the magnet as well if I need it to, and just very handy, very powerful. 3 settings on it. It's super bright. I mean, yeah, it's rechargeable as well. There's a little lead that comes with it, so you can charge through USB in your car or at home. Very handy. Coming back now into sort of autumn, going into winter, sort of very handy just to have a little flashlight on you. And it's not heavy, very powerful. I can see why everyone sort of raves about them. Again, 50 quid, so not gonna break the bank. Shouldn't let the kids play with it, but it's not gonna break the bank. So yeah, definitely like that one. So next up we have my key ring. It's not attached to the keys because I actually haven't at the moment worked out a way of attaching my keys to the end of this, but yeah, definitely very chunky. Nice little bead on it and lanyard as well. I'll link this below. I'll just have to work out a way to get my keys attached to it. Multi-tool of choice is a Gerber dime. It's got everything sort of on here that I need. Got a little blade. I have no idea what that is. If anybody knows from the video, okay, what this is for, can you tell me what that's for? I have no idea. You got a little nail file, you got a little flat head as well, and your scissors. So it does sort of things that I need it to do, you know, doing the kids' toys, tightening up this tripod stand, stuff like that. And it's really sort of, again, not a lot. Yeah, if it's 20 quid, you really can't complain. We'll start on the whiskey before the cigar, like obviously. This is good. I am drinking, what am I drinking? I'm drinking Bullet Bourbon. It's not bad. Bullet Bourbon. Usually, before that, I was drinking something called Tin Cup. That was quite nice. Very light. This is a little bit stronger. The Woodford Reserve that's back there is really nice. That's sort of my new favourite. Anyway, I digress. EDC Hanks. Yep. So this is like a camo skull one, obviously, as well. Microfiber on the back, just for wiping down camera lenses, spills, glasses, you know, whatever. Just very handy. Doesn't take up any weight. Doesn't take up much space either. Then notebook and pen. Notebook is just a cheap brown generic notebook, couple of quid. I know these waterproof, right in the rain, everything, but this is just a cheapie. I sketch ideas for videos, notes, shopping lists, whatever. So I don't want to spend more than a couple of pounds on a notebook. And also pen wise, so I have some very posh pens. If you watch my last video, they're sort of my posh swish pens, but I don't often use a pen. I actually prefer writing with a pencil, so I got this. It's brass. Again, it is very weighty, and basically you just push the end and then tilt, and the lead comes out. It's quite thick, but if you just use the side, you can get quite fine lines, good for shading. I like writing in pencil. I'm dyslexic, so I quite often spell things wrong anyway. Not that it matters, because I can read my own writing. It was 25 quid, and it's worth every single penny of it. I absolutely love it. I haven't had it, probably had about a month, and you can already see it's sort of beginning to patina on it. It's getting sort of a nice distressed look to it, and yeah, again, something that I sort of bought, liked the look of it, didn't think the quality would be outstanding, but it is actually, it's built like a tank, this thing. Absolutely love it. Great little thing. Okay, so already got through quite a lot of stuff here. I've got the knives left to show you. Some people don't like knives, so if you're not a knife person, now would be sort of perfect time really to switch off the video, to be honest, because if you don't like knives, this next bit isn't for you. If you could give the video a thumbs up though, that would be fantastic, because it does help with the algorithm, gets it out to more people. Also as well, I'd love to put out more videos. This is a very new channel. I put out videos as and when I can afford it, because like any sort of hobby, you know, it is expensive. Love to be able to put out some more. So if you would like to buy me a coffee, there's a link below. If you buy me a coffee for £1, every penny goes back into the channel. If not, like I said, if you could like the video, that would be fantastic. Okay, so onto the knives now. I'm in the UK, so being in the UK, we have different knife laws. Every country, every state will have knife laws, so please check your laws for your certain area, for your state, for your county. Being in the UK, we can't have anything over 3 inches, and it can't have a locking blade. I went and got myself a little Civivi Kayak V, so it does flip quite nicely. So it's got a nice sort of fidget factor to it. They come at the moment in the black or in the clear. It's a nice little blade, easy to carry around in sort of your 5th pocket or on a keychain. It will easily sort of fit on a keychain. And being in the UK, once you sort of got this in your hand, just for opening up a package, or you know, if the kids get a toy out, something like that, or a juice box or whatever, this really is, I've whipped this out a couple of times and nobody's paid a blind bit of attention to it. I think they think that I'm just using my keys to rip through the stuff. It's a nice little blade. It's got a nice little edge to it straight out of the box, and it's got a real nice little sort of fidget to it. I saw this knife on the Civivi channel just before it was released and on Instagram, and I just fell in love with it. It wasn't expensive, it's about £70, and it's a Civivi Imperium, and this is the green with the gold flake and the blacked out blade. So obviously this is just, I believe, under 3 inches, but it is a locking blade, so therefore not legal to carry in the UK, legal for me to own. I can play with this to my heart's content. I can cut through boxes, I can look at it and go, ooh, but I can't take this outside. It does have a deep carry pocket clip on it, not reversible. Anybody into knives, really suggest checking out the Best Damn EDC channel. He does lots of stuff. He does knives, he does EDC gear. He's more American based. It's hard to get a lot of the stuff that he does over in the UK without paying a massive amount of sort of import on it. I looked at a flask that Jeremy Sears did, this beautiful glass flask, which was reasonable. It was like $70, which is sort of like about £58. But then the import and the shipping on it was like another $80 on top of that. So yeah, it can be difficult, and some of the stuff he does is, yeah, well out of my price range, but he totally knows his knives and bits. And this is a really nice little knife. I'd like the handle to be a bit weightier, but like I said, I do like heavier things, so to me it's a little bit lightweight. A really beautiful knife. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Please don't forget to like, really does help, and if you can buy a coffee, even better. Fantastic. Thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.